Hey guys, it's Ayogo Karen Mag with the part 2 video of things I learned at 28. So before I dive into it, if you have not liked and subscribed, go ahead and do that. Like and subscribe, click on the notification button so anytime I drop a video you will know. So let's dive into it. So in part 1, you can check the bio. I dropped a link there. I highlighted, I pointed out 14 things. So today I'm going to point out another 14 of things that I learned at 28. In total, 2 videos, that would be making it 28, you know, things that I learned at 28. So yeah, so let's dive into it. Okay, so point number 15, communicate. It's important. Not everyone is good at communication, and for me I felt like that was one of my weaknesses, but I had to learn how to communicate, to speak out my feelings, to be more vocal, voice out my worries, information, like be able to communicate things that I think, you know, because communication is good. It helps clear out their air, and it also brings out clarity in terms of things that you didn't get enough information on. So learn to communicate, guys. It will help you, take you a long way. You might not be good at, like, if you're not good at like phone calls, try texting. You know, if texting is not your thing, figure out a different way. At the end of the day, make sure you communicate in a way that works for you, and at the end of the day, making sure that you get heard and understood. Point 16. So point 6 is gratitude is more powerful. Be grateful. In terms of gratitude, it's always important to give thanks to God for the gift of life. It's important to give gratitude and to be content with where we are. There are people out there actually wishing to be in the position that you are at right now. I'm not saying be comfortable, but be grateful for where you are right now, working your way towards the top. Yeah, just be grateful, give thanks, you know, and yeah, be grateful. It's important. And then point 17 is don't be afraid of taking risk. I'm one person that is afraid of taking risks. I've been the type of person whereby when it comes to like venturing into businesses and stuff, I like to take my time, do research and stuff, and I always wonder, like, what if it's gonna fail and stuff like that. Yes, don't be afraid of failure. You know, that's another thing. I'm one person, I'm afraid of failure. I'm afraid of pouring in so much and things don't go the way I want it to go, but at the same time, is how will you know if you don't try? So that's one thing I had to learn, to take more risks, even if things may not turn out the way I expected to. At the end of the day, it could be a success, it could be a win, it might fail, I might lose some, but at the end of the day, you never know unless you try. So take that risk, venture into that business, take that risk. Point 18 is try new things. Learn to try new things. Lately I've tried to be adventurous. I have things on my bucket list to do this winter. Like I would like to try ice skating. I've never done ice skating before, and that's one of the things that I would actually like to try out. Learn to be spontaneous, more adventurous, you know. Go for it, do it, you know. Learn to try out that new food, you know. Yeah, you never know. You never know what you would like. You never know. You may discover something that might suit your taste, your preference, so go for it. You never really know. And then point number 19 is everyone has a story. What I mean by that is everyone has their own story to tell, whether good or bad, you know, and it's either you can decide to learn from it, take from it, do whatever you want to do with that information. But you know, everyone has their own story, whether a good journey or a painful journey, and that's something that I've learned, you know. At the end of the day, I learned that everyone is human, and that's what makes us unique and stand out. Point number 20 is celebrate your wins. Learn to celebrate every little wins, your achievements, your accomplishments, every great thing that you've done. Learn to celebrate it, Point number 21 is learn to listen to your body. Being here, I found myself working too hard that I'll get some certain signs towards my body and I never really paid much attention. And that's how I constantly found myself falling sick and stuff like that. You hear of people collapsing because of overworking. They don't listen to body signs. If your body says you need to pause and rest, do that. Pause and rest. Take it easy on yourself. Take it easy on your body. Don't be too hard. Yes, you have bills to pay. You have expenses waiting for you. But what's the point of like working too hard and then one day you collapse or you fall ill? What's gonna happen with your bills? What's gonna happen with your family? You also have to consider your loved ones. And for me, I just want to find myself being healthy, being able to do other things and not be able to rely on anyone for stuff. So you wouldn't want to put yourself in that kind of position. So take care of your body. Any sign you feel, take it seriously. If you have to go for that checkup, go for that in checkup. I feel that's also another reason of importance of having health insurance, going to the gym, eating healthy. 22 point number 22 things that I've learned is that I learned that perfection doesn't exist. Be yourself. You're human at the end of the day. Stop trying to be perfect. We're all bound to make mistakes and we just need to learn from them. Point number 23 is I learned to be myself. I'm not going to be out here trying to impress you. I'm not going to be out here trying to prove anything to you. I'm going to be myself. Hey, this is who I am. It's either you accept me like this or you walk. I'm not about to impress you. I'm going to be myself. And yeah, I feel be comfortable being who you are. Be comfortable with being yourself. Because if you're out there constantly trying to like be what you're not gonna be happy. And I prefer happiness. I prefer to be comfortable. So therefore, I'm gonna be myself. Point number 24 of things that I learned at the age of 28 is forgiveness. I had to learn to forgive a lot of people. Friends, family. People will offend you. People will step on your toes. People will try to get into your skin. But learn to forgive, not because of them, but for yourself and for your own sanity. Point 25. Point number 25 is learn to create your own opportunities. Do what you love. Learn to create your own path. We all have our own path. Do what you like. Create your own opportunities. If it means starting up that business, go ahead and start it. You're not going to be 28 for a long time. You only turn a certain year once in your lifetime. And me about to clock 29. I had to learn. There are so many business ideas I had, which I wish I had already started. But because of capital, never let capital be your limit. If you have to take a loan, go ahead and take a loan. If you have to find investors, go ahead and do that. But create your own opportunities. You never know. You don't know the kind of wealth you can bring for you, so you can build for yourself. So do that. Create your own opportunities. Point number 26 is to have a good relationship with God. It's very important to have a good relationship with the Maker, the Creator, the Father. It's very important to know God for yourself, by yourself. Learning how to pray, learning how to read your Bible, You know, it's very important for yourself. Point number 27 is travel more. You'll never be young forever. Go to Europe, go go to Africa, go anywhere. Either way, travel locally, you know, try out new spots, you know, do stuff, be more adventurous, because there will come a certain point in life whereby children, you will have kids, you know, husband, whether it's work or other responsibilities. It can kind of make things a little hard for you to be able to, you know, travel and do some certain things more. But if you know you're single, I would say do that more, you know, before you get married or have children and all that. It can be a little hard. So yeah, learn to travel more, you know. There's so much to explore. The world is a very beautiful place, so travel more. And then the last point, point 28, is to invest in good relationships. When I'm saying invest in good relationships, it's with either with work colleagues, whether it's making new friends, family, you know, people that can add and build, people that can add something into your life, people that can teach you something. Invest in good relationships. You never know what you learn. You never know what you can take from someone. You never know where that knowledge will take you, or what business or how great your business will be. You know, you never know. So invest in good relationships that makes you a better person in society and contribute to the community. So yes, those are the 28 lessons I learned at the age of 28. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you found this video helpful and very informative. If you did, please comment on the things you relate with, that you're in your 20s. You might not be 28 years yet, but leave a comment on things that you probably share in common with. But yeah, just drop a comment and let me know what you think, things you relate with, and drop out more points of things that you've learned at the age in your 20s. And yeah, let other people learn from you too. Well, thank you for taking your time to watch this video. Please do best, make sure you like and subscribe and click on the notification button. My name is Carrie Mac, and thank you for watching.